Hello, Kim here. Welcome to Energy Updates and Insights, including some intuitive astrology. How are you going? It's been a bit of an intense time for some, and for others it's been a blissful time. And why is that, Why are some going through a really nice time and others going through a hurtful time, really? Where your hurt is being highlighted, and it seems like everybody around you is highlighting that hurt and talking about it. And it's where our nodes are changing, where our way forward is changing. And if we haven't been able to process what we need to let go of, it's being brought to our attention in a big way. It's getting louder if we haven't been able to understand it. And then sometimes we do understand it, but we just can't move through it. We feel stuck. And that is for us to actually accept it, to go, okay, well, this is what it is. I need to just deal with it. This is my life. This is what I have to do. And I need to do this with gratitude and find a new attitude to be able to do this in a way where I'm happy instead of being sad and sorrowful about it. You know that saying, to understand what you can change, and if you can change it, then change it. But if you can't change it, then you have to accept it. So if you are in a position where you are not feeling comfortable with the changes or the situation that you're in, then it's a really good idea to coach yourself into the positive, into the higher vibrations. Coaching yourself with how you want to feel and how you can support yourself. Asking the question, okay, so I'm not happy here in this situation, so how can I support myself to make this better? How can I support myself? And then ask your higher self and your guides to support you mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually through the situation. I also feel like in time, very soon, as the planets change, this will become easier. You may be having a time of where you feel stuck, where you can't move forward, and it's uncomfortable. And we also have to get used to being uncomfortable, because I think a lot of us have spent time filling in the gaps with distractions, and if we feel uncomfortable, we've been doing something to create comfort. But it's in the discomfort that we make changes. Through adversity, we make changes. And so whatever's happening for you, you may not be accepting it or comfortable in it, and you start blaming other people and looking at how other people are not helping you or supporting you. And that's because the lesson there is to support yourself, to be responsible for your own happiness, your own joy, and your own way forward. Especially for those people that were born in the mid-60s, they're really going to be feeling this energy right now, because it's like a push or pull energy, an all or nothing energy, and it can be really unsettling. depending on how much work you've done. But even though you may have done a lot of work, then it's asking you to go even higher. And I feel this is asking us to go vertically, as in spiritually, rather than horizontally, earthly. So what I mean by that is, when we are to let go of the horizontal, the earthly aspects, this can bring in a time of isolation, like, okay, so if I have to do this and I don't want to do this, but I have to do this, then please leave me alone and let me do this. Let me do this in my own way. And you may find it hard to communicate with people because you're consumed with the hurt that's being highlighted, or you know your way forward and you're not comfortable with it because this is your North Node aspect talking to you and helping you grow. And if you have fixed signs, a lot of fixed energy in your chart, this is going to be challenging for you. And so you need to support yourself. You really need to care for yourself. And the energy in Aries at the moment is actually helping us. It might be highlighting for you the areas where you're saying, right, well, you know what, I need this, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I need to look after myself, and I need to be kinder to myself. I really need to care for myself, and if I have to do this, well, then I'm going to do it well. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And it may take time for the change to occur. You know what you have to do, but you're still not quite ready. A little bit hesitant maybe, but you're helping yourself to move into that aspect. And it's what I really feel is that it's for us to help us through into the next level of energy that is upon the earth. Like, we're really moving into this new earth situation. And everything that's happening planet-wise is preparing us and helping us to grow into that. But because we've been doing things the same way for so long, for some of us that's going to be challenging. So instead of going, well, you know what, what we're putting out to the universe with those thoughts of that energy. And that's where we can begin to change our thoughts and coach ourselves into what we really want, because that is going to be the higher vibration, and the universe will always give to you what you want and what you think and how you feel. So we've got to change one thing, or all of them if you can. But if you can start by coaching yourself into higher vibrations. And that might be like, look at how far I've come. I have done well, actually. I used to be like this, and now I'm not. In the past, I would have reacted like this, but now I'm responding in this way. So looking at how you're changing and how you're developing and evolving, you can see that this feeling that you're in right now is going to change, because it always does. It's just like the waves coming onto the beach. They always change form. They always change timing. Nothing stays the same. And that's something to remember, because if you like things to stay the same, things will never stay the same. And we need to look at how we can support ourselves through change. You know, this is being self-responsible and self-loving. I remember when I used to be quite ill and I could barely walk. And I used to think, okay, well, right, I'm gonna make this a fun thing. And I used to pretend that I was Xena warrior woman in slow motion as I walked at a snail's pace. And that would make me laugh. So how can you make yourself laugh? How can you lighten this load? How can you make it easier? Instead of being, and I don't like this word, but it's the only word that I can think of at the moment, it's like being victim to the circumstances. Let's be victorious. Let's grow in this energy in a fabulous way. Let's kick it up. Let's make it a joyful thing. Let's put the music on. Let's dance around the kitchen. Let's make it fun. And then you'll see the energy begin to change. And you'll feel good while you're doing it. You know, or maybe there's something else that you like to do that gives you joy. It might be painting. You know, is it creating that makes you joyful? Only you will know. So have a look at that and see what you can do for yourself. We're coming up to the new moon, which is going to bring in new beginnings, and there are going to be a lot of planets in new points, so like 0 degree points, which may not mean anything to you, and that's why I'm trying to keep out all the astrology jargon for you and just be straight to the point. But there is a lot of new energy coming in, so it's going to be a fabulous time, starting from today, to write down what you really want and how you want your life to be. And that includes, I want to move through this transition with ease and grace. I want to do this gently. Or you may just want to get it over and done with and have it done quickly. It's your choice, it's your journey. You know what's best for you. And now with the new moon is the perfect time to state that. And shortly after the new moon, we are going to have another Grand Cross, which I've mentioned before. And we've had snippets of these Grand Crosses over the last month, and they've lasted for one day. And in my Facebook page, I have noted those because I do a daily forecast on my Facebook page. And so people have been able to have a heads up and be prepared. Okay, so this could happen. This is a potential energy for today. How am I going to deal with it? And knowing it is helping you to train yourself. So when it does occur without your knowledge, you can go, right, so that was what happened back then. I've got this. I know how to deal with this. All of what I'm doing here is helping you to train yourself to deal with different situations. It's entirely up to you how you go through these energies. You can just be receptive of it, or you can empower yourself through these energies. We all have our own unique paths, and there are right or wrong ways to do things. Everything is perfect according to your own journey. So if there are things that you're not comfortable with, just go, okay, this is not what I would prefer, but I will deal with this in the best way that I can, in the most loving way and caring way for myself. Because we are being grown at the moment in an exponential way, but a gentle way, I feel. You know, there could have been massive changes with the eclipses, but we actually went through them gently, which I think is magnificent. That shows me how much work you've all done, and I'm really proud of you. So let's keep that momentum going, if you can, or if you want to. So if you're having a bit of a challenging time and it's a bit hurtful, I understand that, because Chiron is being pushed and pulled at the moment, and Chiron represents the hurt that you came into this life with. So just be gentle with yourself, love yourself, care for yourself, accept yourself, be gentle with yourself, nurture yourself, be at peace with yourself. And then peace and nurturing will come to you. Because how you think and feel about yourself will be reflected back to you by the people around you and your circumstances. So how do you want to be receiving energy? What sort of energy would you like to receive? Bet I know the answer. Okay, we will talk again on Monday next week, because I feel that just one video a week is enough. I have heaps of work on at the moment, doing my daily updates on Facebook. I'm creating a new website so we can have a membership there and interact with each other on a more personal level. And I hope this will be more supportive for you. Okay, take care for now. Stay on the side of love, and love will be on your side. All right, cheers.